Most people, especially Minnesotans, move in the summer.
Yeah, if they can, right? But if you still have moving in your mind and especially want to rent, you might want to push it off until next year. Eva Anderson explains.
If you've ever rented, you may have encountered unanticipated fees deep within your lease agreement, ones that weren't advertised up front. Housing policy attorneys I spoke with say these fees can have damaging consequences.
Get suckered into a place you can't afford because the base rent looks affordable.
Larry McDonough is a senior attorney with the Housing Law Project, and in his more than 3 decades of experience in the field,
We've seen more what I would call abusive or predatory practices in, I'd say, the last 10 years.
Homeline, a nonprofit that provides free legal advice to renters, showed me a few examples of these surprise fees. A $15 monthly amenity fee, a $150 move-out fee, a trash valet fee, and a series of administrative fees, like this $100 January fee.
What are these administrative fees? What are they really going towards?
I actually think that they are fake fees. It's a way to build in more revenue without saying you're building in more revenue.
It's why state lawmakers have taken a step to demand transparency. Starting January 1st, a new law requires landlords to advertise all those fees everywhere the apartment listing is posted.
That way there's clarity for a tenant when they're before they even apply of how much does this place actually cost.
Rachel Sterling, a Homeline attorney, also says those fees will no longer be buried within the lease.
It has to be included in essentially a disclosure page on the front of every lease.
And here are a few more things that were in that sweeping law. There's a pre-eviction protection requiring landlords to give tenants 2 weeks written notice before filing an eviction. Apartments that allow pets can no longer require tenants to declaw them. And a new heat code minimum where apartments must be 68 degrees from October 1st to April 30th if the tenant doesn't control the heat. Eva Anderson, KARE 11 News.
Great information from Eva there. We also reached out to the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, which is a group that represents landlords. They said, in part, quote, "We are a state that has some of the most committed and invested local housing providers in the country. Their priority is to provide a great place to call home for every renter." But the fact that now it has to be front and center, a disclaimer telling you how much you're going to have to pay, that's going to be a game changer.
The pages of these leases are so long and so seemingly complicated. They should have the fees right at the top. A box right at the top that says, this is what you have to pay for this is what you have to pay for that. It only makes sense. It's only fair to the people that are going to be paying for these properties.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.